Dear colleagues, we proceed with our working day, and we are giving the floor to Mykhailo Kardinal, Colonel, Head of the Personnel Department at the National Guard of Ukraine. And the topic of the press briefing, an interactive center for contract service in the National Guard as a fundamental and new approach for communication with the citizens. Thank you very much for inviting me to cover the start of the new project, the National Guard. The interactive center for enlistment of military men by contract. We decided to create this center. I will tell you what were the preconditions. First, a part of the National Guard of Ukraine is now located in the regional centers of Kiev region and in the city of Kiev and in other cities of Ukraine where there is not sufficient opportunity for the citizens to get to their places, so there are some difficulties with access to the military units. So, for your information, the manpower of the National Guard is about 49,000 citizens, and it can reach 60,000 in the special periods like hostilities or warfare. The number of manpower increased in 2015 and 2014. We increased the number of privates and soldiers by 6,500 persons, and the main sources of manpower were conscripts, mobilized persons who came, also those volunteers who came from Maidan, and they are now serving the National Guard. So the number of military men who serve by contract, it has increased by 2,000 persons. So this year, in 2015, we enlisted 4,000 persons, and 2,000 we enlisted in 2014. And the military men who are now in reserve, we do not have very close contacts to cover all manpower resources to accept them to the services. That is why the idea we generated the idea to establish an interactive center in the downtown of Kiev. And we would like to test it to find out whether it is needed. It will provide citizens with easy accessible center opportunities. Psychologists, lawyers, officers, communications officers will work in the center. They will deal with headhunting for persons. They will issue announcements in mass media sources, and also the other task of the center is to carry out recruiting activities and to enlist persons and to test persons, in particular to conduct psychological testing of the applicants. And when the recruiting campaign starts, the center's workers will work with the applicants who would like to enter the higher educational institutions of Ukraine, the military higher educational institutions. One academy is in Kharkov and one is in Kiev based. And there will also there will be a team at the Interactive Center which will process questionnaires which are now available at the National Guard's website. Any user may get access to it and look through the conditions for contract service at the National Guard and the main criteria for selection to the National Guard. They are also available at our website, such as nationality, age, and so on, and the region where a person would like to serve. After questionnaire is filled, it will be processed by the center's workers. And what are the prospects of serving in the National Guard? I would like to promote the center, but also I would like to announce the prospects of contract service at your media source. At your center. The salaries of contract military men since 2016 will be at least 7,000 hryvnias, and it can be even higher thanks to the benefits. Such as working load benefits, rank benefits. We also enlist persons to special units where there are special benefits paid, so salaries are higher there. Also, the military men who will serve by contract, they will have a vacancy of 30 days, and the military men in special periods will be paid, will have paid leaves in case of special family circumstances. And the military men will have the opportunity to study at higher educational institutions along with serving at the National Guard simultaneously. They can improve their professional skills and become officers. In our regulations, we have the mechanism of for career development, and it is established, and we have also state insurance program. Each serviceman is insured for 600,000 hryvnias, and we provide recreational treatment at medical institutions of Ukrainian healthcare system. Besides that, we have the opportunity we offer the opportunity to our servicemen to take part in peacekeeping operations in other countries, to those military men who speak foreign languages, and our servicemen can take part in ATO, and they also can gain practical experience if a person has special higher educational background. As you know, that military service is a special type of civil service, and the years of work are included into the general number of years worked, and a person can try himself or herself and to bring benefits to its motherland, to his or her motherland. That's all information. Thank you for your attention, and now I'm ready to answer your questions.
Thank you, Colonel. And now, questions. Please introduce yourself first. Sergei Lefter, RBK, Ukraine. 3 questions to you. And how many servicemen serve under contract, and how many people will be introduced into the National Guard during this wave of mobilization, and how many people do you really need? So I will give the answer about 7th wave of mobilization. There's no such an order. We only discussed this topic. In the National Guard, we have 3 types of military service. Service under contract, short-term service, and also service in special period. And now 16,000 servicemen, 16,014 servicemen serve in National Guard, and when this institution was created, it was 11,000 less. And we plan this year to employ some servicemen under contracts, and if campaign starts and the center works, then in such a case, and also by other methods, we are going to enlist more than 4,000 people, servicemen who were mobilized. And also, as statistics shows, this month we 400 new servicemen serve under contract this year, and also those who serve, and also the main source this month were the servicemen who serve under conscription that was carried out during mobilization. And when they conclude short-term contracts, they get the right to get up to 10 minimal salaries, depending on his rank. It's about 10 or 11,000 hryvnias, one-time assistance, and then he can get be dismissed after 6 months. And those who are dismissed after mobilization, they can go to serve in National Guard. As you know, the Ministry of Defense, we have some units in different parts of Ukraine, and they are in oblast centers. And many people want to serve near their home. in order to have more comfortable conditions. And this year we expect the enlistment, the conscription of more than 4,000 people that up to 27-year-olds. Do you have some other questions or comments? If there's no comments and questions, thank